I'm Jason Mundock, and this is So Good Music, conversations with the artists making new music in and around Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Today I'm talking with indie R&B artist Christline. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Jason. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So I'm going to wrap a little context around this conversation. I first met you at an open mic that we hosted here at the Candy
Yes.
Factory. I'm going to say it was in the winter. I seem to remember it was cold. Um,
Yeah, it was October. I think, yeah,
the
sometime in
first one.
October. Yeah.
And you came out on the stage to do a song, just playing with some minimalist electronic tracks, and it was like, wow! When you started to sing, it was really you captivated the room immediately. So
Thank
ever
you.
since that point, I've been interested in kind of what you're doing and where you're going with your music. I'm really excited about it. So the first thing I wanted to ask you about is if you if you had the opportunity to hear somebody else describing your music to one of their friends, what would you want them to say?
Yeah. The way that I'd love for someone to describe my music is like soothing, peaceful, evocative, but also just like resonant. Like all the things that I'm writing are coming from such a real place. And so when you can have someone else be like, hey, are you like reading into my life a little bit? Like, how are you relating so much to me? I think that's such a beautiful thing. And it reminds me just of how connected we all are. We have our unique experiences, but we're all experiencing, this human experience and emotions together. So it's cool.
Absolutely. Well, I love the way you first described that because the atmospheric quality of the music is what drew me to it. I'm a big fan of some of
Mhm.
the kind of ambient pop and ambient indie artists, and you bring this
Yeah.
R&B perspective to that. But I hear those threads, and so it really resonated with me. Why do you make music? Like, why do you do it?
Yeah. I make music to honor my experience, honor my faith. I do it to express my gratitude because it is such a gift to be able to alchemize, you know, pain, love, heartbreak, all of these things into like a sonic experience, something tangible that came from your mind for others to listen to and for yourself to listen to. Um, I make music to inspire myself, but also other people to kind of invite them to accept themselves and embrace their authenticity in their stories.
That's fantastic. You've been releasing music for a couple of years now, EPs,
Yes.
singles, through the streaming platforms. Talk about your latest release.
Yeah, my latest release is titled Fragile Contents, written by me, produced by my wonderful friend and artist, Gary Lucas. And it's a song about being afraid, wanting to love deeply, but being afraid to. Because like our hearts are like glass. Think of like a box with a little sticker on it, fragile contents. Like that is us. That is our hearts, our inner child, right? Um, and I think this song is for anybody who is wrestling with vulnerability and protection and fear of being seen.
That's excellent. And you've spent the last 4 years here in Lancaster as a Franklin and Marshall student, right? Recently graduated.
Correct?
Congratulations.
Yes.
I hope you're not going
Yeah,
to be a
thank you.
stranger to Lancaster. I hope
No, definitely not. It's like a second home now.
that's fantastic. Do you have a favorite artist that you enjoy here in Lancaster that isn't yourself?
If it's not me, I would say there's a lot of wonderful artists in Lancaster, actually. One of those being, for example, Avita Cologne. She's a wonderful spoken word artist and poet. Um, However, if I had to pick a favorite artist, I'd probably say Keisha Finney. I'm really inspired by her visual art, and I feel like it comes from a place of authenticity, which is something I, really want to promote in my own brand as an artist. Um, and I love her drive to also connect with like the youth as well and inspire, visual art in like the youth as well. I think that's a beautiful thing. So
Yeah,
Keisha Finney,
been
shout out to
consi-
her.
she's been consistently putting out great work for years now, and really
Exactly.
engaging with the community. So I
Yeah.
agree 100% there. Now, I don't know if you've had a lot of opportunity to perform in Lancaster while you were here as a student. If so, can you tell me what your favorite room to play is here in town?
Yeah, I did one show at West Star with my band. We are no longer together, but shout out to my members. Test Drive. West Star has beautiful acoustics and it's just a wonderful like just venue in general. Um, and I love the events that they hold and the owners are really kind, really nice. Um, so I would say West Star. Yeah.
That's yeah. In your neighborhood as an FNM student.
Exactly. It's right there. It's next door.
Yeah, and in my neighborhood, I actually live around the corner from there, so we're
Oh,
grateful that West Art is
perfect.
doing what they're doing over there as well. So, well, thank you so much for taking a
Absolutely.
few minutes to chat with me about your music. I'm going to link up to all of your social media and your streaming accounts in the show description. So, thank you, Christine, for spending some time with me today.
Thank you for having me. It's been great.
I will